Last night, the Celtics suffered their first loss of the season in what would have been one of the craziest comebacks I've seen in a long time, down 21 points with a little under 9 minutes left to go in the game. And I was actually live streaming this game, watching it with a bunch of Celtics fans around the world, and everybody was saying, oh, bench everybody, let's give up, put in the bench and see what they can do. Game is over, right? That's what everyone's thinking. But the one thing about this Celtics team that I absolutely love is there's always fight. They never give up. And when everything's looking bad, they continue to go through adversity and prove that we're getting better. Even though they lost this game in overtime, the fact that you were able to come from behind 21 points in 9 or 19 points, whatever it was, in 9 minutes of play in forced overtime is something you love to see. And one player I want to give a massive shout out to on the floor right now, right here, Neemias. This dude is an absolute energy shifter. So many rebounds. I believe he had like 9-10 rebounds in about 8 minutes of action, 8.5 minutes of action. Dude's insane. So what I wanted to do is actually break down this comeback. I wanted to show you some of the plays as we get a fast break pull-up three here by JB. I think he scored or assisted on a lot of baskets here early in this comeback, and he was massive for us. Did miss the game tying shot in overtime, but that's okay. The fact that we were able to fight back shows me so much grit and so much potential for this team. It feels like there's a weight off the shoulders of these guys, and they will never give up, man. JB again drives in, layup, gets it to go. Let's break down some film. Before we get into it, let me know through 5 games, who have you been impressed with the most on this Celtics team? Let's get right into the video. All right, here's another really good play. Jason Tatum back in. We're down by, 16 points, under 5 minutes to go in the game, guys. Think about that. Down by 16 with under 5 minutes to go. Now, we're going to get a little bit of leverage here on Pascal Siakam. We're going to drive into the lane. Whenever you're able to drive into the paint, you're going to draw either weak side rotation or strong side rotation. The one thing we want to do here with Neemias is, have him drive to the basket and get Derek White maybe a little bit more to the left to that three-point line, and we'll be able to get a really good opportunity here. You can either throw the lob up here to Neemias, or you can kick it out after the point of attack. Derek White pump fakes, puts up a three, gets it to go. Unbelievable. Love this play here by Jason Tatum. Again, you can throw the lob up to Neemias. I think either or work in this situation, but Derek White hits a big time shot, even pump fakes, gets Aaron Nesmith to commit to staying on his feet, and they hit a three. Really good play there by Tatum. Let's keep it moving. And look at this move by Jason Tatum. So we're gonna get a one-on-one. We're gonna notice he's gonna be a little bit bouncy. He's gonna plant that right foot into the ground, lean to the right, and then he's gonna sidestep to the left. Absolutely cooks Aaron Nesmith here. Look at this. Ready? Whoop! Bounces to the right, gets him to overcommit to that left side, and then sidestep left, creates his separation, and drains it, man. Jason Tatum's three-point shot has been electric ever since he kind of adjusted his shooting form. This dude looks unbelievable. What a play. Great way to, create some separation there, get on to the next one, and then we get Derek White. Top right key. We got a little bit of a one-on-one, just pull up three, gets it to go again, man. Derek White started to really turn up here late in this game. I thought we should have went to him a little bit earlier. We didn't, though. How this all came about was just swinging the ball, man. Swinging the ball. Looks like they're hedging over to the middle of the floor just a little bit too much. Love to see it, right? Here we go again. Another three ball there by the Boston. All right, here we go again. Another Derek White play. We get an isolation versus Benedict Mathurin, who is not the best defender in the world. Definitely would rather have him than Aaron Nesmith. He's a lot more pesty. But here we go, right? Derek White pump fakes right there, gets his guy up in the air, draws a little bit of body contact, gets the layup to go. No foul call, which is fine. Still got the bucket to go. And now at this point, right, we're still down by like 7 with 1:30 left to go in the game. It still looks relatively unlikely, but we're just stacking up possessions, one possession at a time, inching this lead closer and closer. And again, these are the things you want to see in a basketball team. I don't care if you lose. Now you're battle tested. Now you've been through that adversity. You know what to do when you're down 21. Maybe it's a playoff game. Maybe it's not a playoff game. We're down by 20. 9 minutes to go. The game's not over. It never is, right? That's huge. Huge just to know that in the back of your head that you've been through this situation before. Now, before we get any further into the film, guys, do me a big favor. One, hit the like button, right? It's so important, helps out the channel so much. But more importantly, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And we will be covering Boston throughout the entirety of the season, which means offensive, defensive, individual player breakdown for almost every single game of the year. Plus, on top of that, we're going to be live streaming pretty much every single game. So if you want to watch some of these Celtics games with me in real time, breaking down the film, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. You'll be notified every time we go live for a game. And with that being said, let's kind of dive back into the video. As Jaylen Brown gets a steal or gets a loose ball, Pritchard picks it up, kicks it back over to JB, who is then able to get a wide open dunk and cut this game down to just 3 points with a minute left to go. Again, are you surprised? Maybe, maybe not. But either way, you can tell this team has a little bit of grit. Now, Pritchard kicks over to Tatum. We're down by 3, about 14 or 16 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Now, I did love the shot. I wish this highlight tape showed a lot more of Neemias. This dude was huge on the boards. Absolutely massive. Wanted to give him a shout out. But we're going to get this one-on-one with Tyrese Haliburton. We'll take this all day, every day. And I feel like the reason you take this shot a little bit earlier is because you know that they're most likely going to send a double team on Tatum, force a guy like Jaylen Brown or Peyton Pritchard or Derek White to shoot the shot, which, I would be okay with at the end of the day if we got an open shot with one of those guys. But at the end of the day, Tatum said, I want this shot. I have a one-on-one. They're not going to double team me this early in the shot clock. I'm taking it. Sidestep 3. I mean, the contest was there by Tyrese Haliburton, and he just gets it to go. Just got it to go. Beautiful job. And then we got OT. They get up a last shot. No good. We forced overtime. And then in overtime, wasn't the best, man. Wasn't the best. I thought we played well. Forced them to a lot of missed threes early on. Haliburton here does hit his step back 3, but after that point, it felt like we did a really good job, stopping them. I mean, I don't think they scored for another 2.5 minutes, but we couldn't score either. That was the issue. So now they send the double team. Derek White gets a wide open stop and pop 3, gets it to go just like that to tie game once again, 128-128. Again, we stopped them to about 4 points in about 3.5 minutes, and that's exactly what they did to us as well. Look at this one. Mathurin drives in, easy layup on the other end. Now we're in a tough situation where you kind of have to hit a shot. So I think at this point, what happened? Did we get some free throws? I think we got some free throws here. Go up by 2. 39 seconds left to go. Haliburton looking for an open man. Going to just get it over to Pascal Siakam. Now, probably the thought process here is most likely, let's get an early shot up just so we can get a 2-for-1 opportunity. Not only a chance to tie, but then get the ball back at the very least. So Pascal just hits a very tough fadeaway mid-range jumper from that right elbow. Ties up the game here at 36. And then eventually we go down. We miss our shot. They have a chance to tie or to take the lead and win this game at the end. We get Siakam again, just gets the switch onto Derek White. A little bit of a smaller defender here off the screen. And that's pretty much all she wrote, man. Tough, hard-nosed, gritty win for the Pacers. Almost blew it at the end, but what a shot there by Pascal Siakam to put the Celtics away. I believe we had a shot attempt, just didn't get it to go. Yeah, it was. So I don't love this, man. I feel like with the guys on the floor right now, JB was like 0 for 7 from downtown or 1 of 8 from downtown, whatever it may have been. I don't love it. I do think that potentially, no, this looks like this was the play to generate a little bit of space for JB here. Maybe shot it a little bit too early. Maybe should have did a DHO with Sam Hauser coming around here. JB just doesn't get it to go, man. Looks way off. It's so tough. It's so tough. A lot of people absolutely hate the comeback. People saying, well, why come all the way back if you're just going to lose in overtime? It's not about that, man. A win's a win, a loss is a loss. At the end of the day, that is true. But what people don't notice is in the back of their minds, they know, hey, if we're ever down by 20, we're ever down by 21, 19 points with 9 minutes left to go, it's never over. It never is really over. And Joe Mazzulla, keeping JB in the game and Peyton Pritchard in the game and them, initiating a little bit of a comeback, man. It shows a lot about our team. It shows a lot about Neemias, Derek White, Jason Tatum. I'm very confident in these guys, man. And honestly, I would much rather lose in that aspect than just would have gave up with that 9-minute mark and lost by 23 points. I would have much rather that happen, because now we've got some confidence, man. Got some confidence. That's huge. So hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next Celtics update. Peace.